pressing the wrong buttons. Thank you. Thank you, Luigi. I completely forgot how shouting people out works. What were you doing today? Thanks for stopping by. I hope that you've had a great stream. That worked. There we go. Anyways, big raid from a mutual and it was good. Hell yeah. Glad to hear it. I hope that your day has been well, and I hope everybody else has had a good day too. Sorry, I'm just getting the Resident Evil set up here. I need to plug in my controller as well. Oops. I'm definitely a professional streamer, I promise. AKA, I made an amount of money that does not matter. I've technically made money, so yeah, I'm a professional. That's how that works, right? Anyways, I hope everybody's had a good day. Let me get everything ready here. I was not ready enough before stream. I just kind of, I literally just hopped out of the shower and was like, oh, my stream time is right now. Oops. Gotta shave my bald ass head. And, ugh. But yeah, how's everybody been today? I've had a pretty good day. I've posted in the Discord that I had a couple of... There's the webcam. Hi! I also messed with some settings, so I don't know if it's any good or looks any good. Let me know if it sucks. But yeah, I took a little stroll around the apartment complex, posted a couple of pictures of some baby duck families. Well, not duck, goose families.
Resident Evil.
And it was good. We're just gonna keep everything on. So I have played Resident Evil the remaster before, but I do not remember very much of it at all. Is this... Hang on, is this a better... Just went live when I was ending. I wasn't camping. Even if you... I don't really care. It's not a huge deal. Thank you for the raid, though. I appreciate it very much. Let's just do going on a hike. We're also going to play as Jill. We might play... You know, I'll probably play both sides. I'll play Jill and Chris, but Jill is just a lot more fun. And look at the... Just look at the shoulder pads. Like, girl, what do those even do? Are those... Are those actually going to stop anything? I mean, they might stop a zombie bite, but I don't know what you would need those for in, like, a search and rescue unit. Hang on, do I also have different outfits? I do. We'll keep the regular outfit. We keep it traditional.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently
smaller.
The Bravo Team was sent in to
Then again,
investigate.
new Resident Evil is also
but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict.
Is this what a body cam looks like?
Save for the remaining body of Kevin.
Damn, they clawed his eye out.
We continued our search for the
They
other
all look
members.
like such dorks, too.
And
God.
it turned into
Can we bring back 90s fashion?
a nightmare.
I also have a water here. Let me just... I didn't eat before stream either. I think I'm a little unfocused. Sorry, everybody. Thanks for being here, though. Joseph. A love? Ooh, thanks for the redeem, Luigi. I love you. Thank you for the raid. Mwah. Thank you for coming and hanging out, too. Mwah. Mwah to you. Kisseroo from me to you. Albert the Pussy Slayer Wesker. Jill, you're really not doing a whole lot about this, huh? Also, that's some sloppy meat. Albert Dodgeball Jacket Wesker. True. Also, how are audio levels? Are they fucked? I feel like it's a little loud.
Hey, Brad! Where the hell's he going?
It's a little loud. Got it.
Chris, this way.
Is that better? At least they retain, like, the remaster for this game really retains a lot of that campy charm. I think they really understood the assignment. Wesker makes me laugh every time he does anything. Chris, this way! Enter the survival horror.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
Chris disappeared in the 2 seconds between the cutscene and this.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Yeah, where did
Jill,
he
no.
go?
You don't want to go back out there.
It's like the toddler
we
you
got
lose
to
at a
find-
mall.
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her.
All of the voice acting is just,
Chris and I go back a long way.
it's
All right.
exactly the same.
You two go.
Like,
I'll
the
secure
the
this
lines are different, but it's all...
Stay sharp.
Whoever did the voice directing for this really understood retaining that crazy... that crazy stilted dialogue.
A dining room.
A dining room. Wow, it's almost like this is a mansion or something. You know, I don't remember very much about this game at all. I gotta be entirely real. I remember bits and pieces.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Are you gonna
Blood.
lick that?
Jill,
Who spilled their raspberry
see if you
jam?
can find any other clues. I'll be examining this.
That's gonna be
Just
so
hope it's
hard to
not
get off the
Chris's.
floor. Played it 17 times when you're messing around with speedrunning it. There's a lot. It's a big game. I remember. It's also been a couple of years now, and I have not thought about Resident Evil very much, or specifically this game, in that time. And this is the scene that made everybody as a child go, this game is too scary. I'm gonna close it right now. Enter the survival horror. Alright, I'm not gonna bother with you. Thinking about Resident Evil always. Sniffa.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it.
Can't tell what game this is. The title isn't in the door animation. Ah. So true, so true. You're so right about that,
Hell
Bronco.
is this thing?
Also, welcome.
I found Kenneth killed by this thing.
Galarian looks
Let's
like
report
a
this to Wesker.
mess. Like a fun mess, but a mess. I hope that you've been having a good time with it. Loading screen has been making me lose it. It's pretty funny. Better report back to Wesker. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. What game is this again? Oh yeah, I'm playing Galarian. But yeah, the survival horror is it's a great genre. There's a lot of bad games in that genre, but
Wesker!
there's a lot of charm to them. The dated charm.
Jill, help me look for him. But let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Maybe I'm just saying that because I have maybe I'm just saying that because I have a lot of love for this game. Hang on. What's the speedrunning tech? I'm trying to remember what it was. Stair skating? This is definitely not it. What's the... Hang on. What's the run button? I also appreciate that the D-pad is the tank controls. Whatever. Have to do something funny with aiming to go up and down the stairs. I can't remember. Anyways. Better finish searching the hall first. Oh, sorry. It's fine. We'll get there eventually. It's rapidly mashing the run
Barry.
button.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Have to do it in a
Same
rhythm.
here.
I don't
Chris,
remember
and
what the
now
run button
Wesker.
is.
There's not much we can do.
It's
We
fine.
can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
This
Yeah, let's go
mansion is
separate.
gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Let's split up, gang.
It's a
Wow,
lot.
all of our crew got killed
Make better use
on the
of it.
way in here. Let's immediately split up. Thanks for the lockpick, Barry.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen,
Let's split up, gang, and look
something
for
happens.
clues.
Let's meet up in this
We've
hall.
confirmed seeing
Got it?
some really fucked
Okay.
up shit here, but it's okay. We can handle it. Divide and conquer and all that. I think this is the next route. I may be incorrect. Anyways. It was dark. Maybe that guy wasn't eating the other guy. Who knows? Don't tell Daft this. But I think we should watch Welcome to Raccoon City again. I liked Welcome to Raccoon City. Is it good? No, not at all. But I liked it. I thought it was actually quite fun. It's campy in just the right ways. Daft still... Daft is ready to pull the trigger. Where's the typewriter? What the hell? Right bumper. There we go. I'm omnipresent. That's true. Let's use an ink ribbon. Just completely disregard all of these. I have played the game a couple of times. I have like 35 achievements in it. Where am I going? I think I go upstairs and then I wrap around. Anyways. But yeah, welcome to Raccoon City. I've watched all of the Resident Evil movies. Except for the animated ones. I've made a couple of people watch some of them with me. Nice detail with the talking zombie bobblehead you have going on screen. What's up, Jaddlers? Good to see you. This is not the place. Shotgun ammo, though. The colors are funny now that the sun is gone. Yeah, they are. Yeah, I was testing it earlier. Hang on. I checked out some of the filters. You lipsticked up today, or is the contrast crazy? I did some crazy color correction because... Watch this. I got my orange filter. I got some crazy lipstick on. No. I was super backlit, and... Yeah. I messed with some of the colors, but it doesn't look very good. Still don't understand why they felt the need to grief the player by making saving require an item that takes up an inventory slot. You know, that's a great damn question. I guess to filter out people is my guess. You look nice. Thank you, Brungo. Thank you. I'm a little toasty. I took a warmer shower today. And I am very red. I used to make a joke. Yeah, I know what the evade button is. Thank you. I used to make a joke that my grandfather was very tan and my grandmother was a balloon, a red balloon, because I get really, really flush. Just astoundingly red. If I get warm at all, like I tan pretty easily, and my lips, just by contrast, I get very, very red lips. But yeah, I probably should have taken a little bit cooler of a shower today if I wanted to not look crazy, and also should have actually checked contrast a little bit more. I think this is the route that we take. Gotta go around. It's locked. Emblem of a sword. Okay, so sword key first. It has been a long time. My memory retention, I swear, has gotten worse and worse as I've gotten older too. Horror comes from tension, and the tension gets removed when you can throw yourself at enemies without consequence. Restricting saving is a good way to make you stay nervous. I think that that's a good assessment there. trade-off is the tension crosses to frustration, then it's not fun anymore. Yeah. It's a very fine line of like, okay, is this actually gonna make me... Is this actually gonna make me, like, piss my pants? Versus, this game sucks and I hate it. I swear I could assess the body here. Yeah, there it is. Looks like he's holding something. It's a film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. If you get lost, just consult evilresource.com. Evil Resource is certainly a fantastic name for a website. More like Borer. Where's Leon Kennedy and his cum cutters? Yeah, Deft? What the hell is the in? I've completely forgotten what buttons are. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll leave you to it on that then. You saw what they gave him recently? What did they give Leon recently? I've seen very little of Requiem, simply because I wanted to see the wolf tail and ears. Holy shit. They really understand what people want. Waga. Yes. They really understand what the people want. And everybody wants Dogboy Leon. There's such a crazy overlap. How many Resident Evils until Leon tramp stamp mod is vanilla? Oh. Capcom, if you can hear me, please give Leon a tramp stamp. I'm begging you. It would make everybody go absolutely bananas. Is there not a zombie around this corner too? There's a new roguelike called Everything is Crab and it looks really good. Yes, I actually I bought that and 9 Souls. Because 9 Souls is like one of the best Metroidvanias I've ever played. 9 Souls, yes. 9 Souls is so good. As a Sekiro enjoyer, it was exactly what I wanted from a Metroidvania. I also need to play Silksong. I played all of Hollow Knight. Maybe I can do both of those on stream. You bought 9 Souls? I did. I played it through the family share. And I was like, this game is so good I actually need to buy my own copy to support the devs. It made me very happy. Silksong. Yeah, one of my friends bought me a copy of Silksong too, and I have not touched it yet. I feel like I should. I know that the internet would go absolutely wild for that. Well, maybe not the internet. I know that, I like Metroidvanias well enough. I just feel like I'm stupid. I get all of these different item upgrades. I feel like I need a guide on my second monitor at all times to even approach understanding where I need to go. Because every time I start one, I'm like, okay, I think I have an idea, and then I end up wandering into an area where I get one shot. And go, okay, this is obviously not the way to go. All of the atmosphere of this game is so good. No one-shots in Silksong? Yes, let's go! That's huge. Book is fitted perfectly in the indentation. You take the Book of Curses. It's titled Book of Curses. There's a key embedded on the back cover. Will you remove it? Yes. You got the mansion key. I gotta be real. Why would you ever set your mansion up like this? Like, I know that there's a lot of convoluted stuff behind it, but why the hell would you need all of the keys in, like, so many different spots? Book of Curses. The Four Masks. A mask that speaks no evil. A mask that smells no evil. A mask that sees no evil. A mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. If you're rich, you're beyond human reasoning. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. The resident evil will awaken. This is like a $1 billion mansion. This estate alone is, well, depending on where you're at. This is a rural Michigan region, Great Lakes. This might have cost like, you know, $7 in a ham sandwich. Not like Umbrella doesn't have money to go around, though. Engraving of a sword. The sword key. But yeah, the rich, any rich boys in chat want to share the wealth? Any rich bozos? Want to prove me wrong? You want to build an insane puzzle mansion? Yeah. Who doesn't? I'll hire, who would I hire? Who would be a good candidate for a designer to build a crazy large mansion? That would be the only reason I could think of to buy a mansion. What do people normally use mansions for? Really just like flaunting that you have money, right? Like there are so many just so many rooms in this house. What would I use all these rooms for? I would need to hire a staff just to be able to like do anything here. It's full of dirty water. Remove the plug. Like, I'm fine with hiring people, but my 1-bedroom apartment isn't that clean, and I live here. All of these cutscenes are very... Do something, Jill. Do something. Do you have an Asmongold room? How many roaches? You know. I have my roach room. I have the party room. You're even thinking about doing your own cleaning. You're not of the rich mindset. No, I'm not. My ass, financially pretty poor. Well, I shouldn't say that. Financially not wealthy. But I would like to say that I, rich in experiences? Rich in the people around me? Rich in love and care and kindness? Rich in lipstick filters? True! I have so many lipstick filters. AKA 1. Maybe I should put on lipstick one of these streams. The typical you can live fine, but if one bad event happens, watch out. Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of at that level of wealth right now. I think the normal route you can get away, or with my route, you can get away with one extra use of this doorknob. Because I kind of need to... Is he dead? Where's the blood? Just to make sure. Yeah, if I had a medical event, I would not be in a great position. AKA, I gotta eat well, right? Isn't it weird, like Twitch, we let billionaires control the literal algorithms that make people find a stream like this? Don't get me fucking started, man. Don't get me fucking started. If there were a different platform that had the same kind of, like... How do I want to say this? If there were a platform that I could feel good about streaming on, I would be on that platform instead. However, Twitch is kind of already there and kind of already has the market share on, like, pretty much all of that. What's my health like? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's top up and burn these bodies. Unfortunately, they're not... Oh yeah, I don't even have a lighter yet. Although I'll get that in a second, right? Anyways, if there were a better platform that I could feel better about, like, being on, I would be on it. However, I'm kind of, like, in the captured market, you know? I've been using... My account is actually 15 years old, or coming up on 15 years old. So I'm just after the Justin.tv era. When they separated into Twitch and Justin, or Twitch into, like, the gaming specific portion. I guess. Would that be the way to describe that? It's locked. Okay. But yeah, really, if the algorithms, I try not to let algorithms control me too much nowadays. Like, I watch the people that I'm subscribed to on YouTube. There's just no there's no good way to really go about watching the stuff that I've been watching for 15 years. Without exposing yourself to the algorithm a little bit. Always have an anxiety of doubt about if the algorithm truly lets everyone have a chance in the algorithm. They don't. I don't think they do. I think it's I think Mr. Beast and like those chuckle fucks kind of showcased that. By making the most clickbaitable content possible. Also, everybody go watch the Folding Ideas video about the Beast games. Both of those, because those are great. I try not to I just want to do like word of mouth media exposure now. Like most of the Twitch streamers that I follow now are, or the ones that I try to catch, are people that I've essentially done networking stuff with. Reality TV should be destroyed, and I count that among it. It is, absolutely. It is absolutely reality TV. There's zero substance to it. It's just, it's popcorn watching and whatever, what am I saying? It's popcorn watching with zero substance or thought put into it, just made to extract as much money from itself as possible. Or like viewership, it's leveraging. I'm more concerned with the production side, it's all shit. Oh, absolutely. Like, again, the Dan Olson Folding Ideas video that talks about this is... It really... Crumpled memo. Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I had this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal, like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the mutt is always hanging on the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace. He ought to come running at the sound of the dog whistle. This is where you come in. The thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that damn dog without risking a serious mauling. Which means only you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. You're the only person I trust with this. Of course, you'll still get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item you always wanted to get a hold of? Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for both of us. John Tolman. Do you actually enjoy reality TV still? Oh no. I don't think I've ever enjoyed reality TV. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't think I've ever watched reality TV and been like, yeah, this is good stuff. This is quality content. I think the closest thing to that I've had, I'll read this in just a second, is like watching Survivor. But as a huge psych head, it's way more about the like person-to-person interaction and group dynamics that are interesting to me. And it makes me more frustrated than anything than like, I don't enjoy it. It's like hate watching. So I don't watch it. It's interesting. And if somebody wants to talk about it, it's I treat it in the same realm as like football. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and like there's athleticism and like strategy and all of this stuff, but I don't really care. It's not really for me. I have a lot of respect for the football players. I have respect for the people that are like, oh, you know, I went on Survivor because it's kind of like a touchstone thing and I wanted to see how I could compete. Like, I respect that. But if your life goal is like, I want to be a contestant on Survivor, I'm gonna say, I think you gotta aim a little higher than that. You're gonna be at the whims of a production company where you gotta send in a videotape and be like, hi, please let me be utilized by you. Please abuse me for your production. Please throw me on a deserted island with 20 other people so that the entire world can point and laugh, or like, I don't know, a third of America can point and laugh at how dumb I am. Please, I'm begging you. Then again, I am streaming, so pot to the kettle and all that. Botany. Uses of medicinal herbs. It is a well-known fact that there exist many plants that are credited with medicinal healing powers. Since ancient times, mankind has been healing wounds and diseases using various plants. In this book, we will sample 3 herbs that are native to the Arklay Mountains and briefly outline each of their medicinal qualities. Each herb has a distinct color and distinct medicinal quality. The green herb recovers physical strength. The blue herb neutralizes natural toxins. However, the red herb has no real effect by itself. We found that mixing green and red herbs result in a magnified effect. We will outline the effects of red herbs when mixed with other herbs when we have more data. Meanwhile, feel free to experiment on your own, for true knowledge is only acquired through experience. Herb. What's wrong with herb/herb? I'm American, okay? I'm a West Coast Andy. Have mercy on me. Don't the British also say it in an interesting fashion? Is it herb or herb? I do not want to deal with Crimson Heads. So these bodies get burnt. If you were put in this situation, how far into the mansion do you think you could get? They say herb with an H like they're coughing up a hairball. I'd simply handle it. True. I'm simply built different. I don't think these zombies would have shit on me. I got a gun, right? I'm fine. Also, they got bullets all over the damn place. Like, what the hell? Also, the safe room music is just chef's kiss. I don't think I need the fuel canteen right now. Tuck it away with full. You can save your progress. How far is the pinkish harder or easier mode? I can't remember. But yeah, do you think any of these, oh my god, I forgot about the jiggle physics. Just look at that. That's a crazy amount of bounce for the movement. Doorknob looks like it's ready to fall apart. Go through? No, I think I do have enough inventory for this. Go through this door a single time. Go take a step back, and then we'll be good to go. But yeah, this mansion is super old. Was there just a mansion like this out in the boonies that they're like, you know what? It's laid out like shit. Perfect for this. Perfect for exactly what we need. Like the wallpaper's decrepit. Everything's just kind of like melting. The shotgun. I will take the shotgun. What is the dopamine reward for you as you progress through a Resident Evil game? That's a good damn question. Like in a shooter, it's to get a high KD kind of thing. I think for original Resident Evil, it's getting a mastery of the puzzles. See some gore. That's true. Oops. The door won't open. No!
Oh God, what did I do now?
In a story-driven game like The Last of Us, it's just the story
Wesker!
itself.
Barry!
I think it's
Help!
seeing
Jill,
the
you in there?
reveal.
Barry? Get me out
The
of
various
here.
reveals.
The door's jammed!
Stand back!
Also, this peak dialogue.
Grab my hand!
Also, the door being... the camera for the door being on the floor.
Barry.
Barry!
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
Little bit is
I
how
just
funny the
had
mansion
something
is.
I wanted to
Yeah,
check.
I think a lot of it is...
Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry.
Thanks, Barry.
I owe you one.
I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, I think it is just how silly the layout of the mansion is, and just how like getting the reveals, the mystery of it all. Resident Evil games have so many story cutscenes, they feel like they're technically interactive movies. You know, I think you're right. Okay, he did. They're like they're kind of like the predecessor for David Cage games. Except that's maybe a poor comparison. I guess I'm just thinking of David Cage games and how bad they are. Uh-oh. I should not have gone in here. I think it's just a lot of games of this time that are a lot more, like, you have a limited scope, so you besmirch the Capcom name. I do. I don't mean to, but by even leveling a comparison of that caliber, it's there's actual gameplay in this. There's like strategy, there's gameplay. It's more than just whatever the fuck David Cage is doing. I think it is just a lot of games of this time is the best way to talk about it. Oh, I need to get the map too. And I think I can put away the lighter for a minute after that. What an insane way to do a map. So you played these types of games when you were growing up or when you first played as a teenager? Actually, this game I played for the first time in probably 2016. So 10 years ago. I was about 18, 19. So I don't really have a huge nostalgia boner for this kind of stuff. Just wondering if you're viewing this with nostalgia or not. It's a special thing, really. I think that it's one of those things where it's like, this is a campy B movie that you are in control of, and that gives a lot of charm. If you are, like, it's one thing to watch a horror movie and be like, they made a dumb decision. It's another thing to be the one making the dumb decisions and being like, oh, shit. I really messed up right there. I actually soft-locked myself and I need to reload a save to go back. So it's less nostalgia for me, but it's more of, like, as an arts enjoyer, there's not a ton of art that has the same sort of appeal.
Barry.
The same sort of
Jill,
atmosphere.
any good news?
Other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
Can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our escape route first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
All right then, let's split up again.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look what I've found.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things.
A can of fizz. Here,
yours.
take it.
Hopefully you won't have to use it.
Acid shells. What an insane way
What
to
about
describe
you?
that, Barry.
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see.
This guy jerks off
Thanks.
to his
I'll
gun
take
for
it.
sure.
See you later.
Ciao.
This guy's about to jack off. He's a strange little man. We love Barry, though. For me, things from just 4 years ago feel nostalgic for some reason for games. I think a lot of that for me would come down to 4 years ago, 2022. I think things were looking more optimistic in the world, generally, at least for me. Like, we were just recovering from COVID, things were beginning to open up, the vaccine was really becoming more of an accessible thing. So it makes sense that you would look back at 2022 with kinder eyes, more of an appreciation. I'm trying to remember where the hell I need to go. And 4 years later, we have, like, AI was kind of a thing, but it wasn't really that big of a thing. So there's a little bit less of that, that lens to it. There was a lot more optimism in the air generally, I think. So I think, yeah, like 4 years ago. What was coming out in 2022? Hang on. Game releases 2022. Scarlet Violet, Splatoon 3, Legends Arceus. Really? Arceus was actually really good, though. Oh, that's for Japan. For the United States, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, NFL 23, God of War Ragnarok, Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, Pokemon Scarlet Violet, FIFA Legends Arceus, Horizon Forbidden West, MLB The Show. What else? Persona 5 Royal, Elden Ring, Persona 5, Witcher 3 Complete Edition, Dwarf Fortress. There's a lot of good games. God of War, Cuphead DLC specifically, Rogue Legacy 2. I mean, there's a lot of good games there. I certainly played a handful myself. Where am I on the map? I need to go outside. Not just in video games either. What else is in this room? The green herb? I don't really need to worry about that right now. Also, the camera angles really... The framing in this game is something special. There's a lot of... I know what I need to do, I just can't remember what step I need to do it from. I'm sorry, guys. Because going up here... Typewriter. I'm missing the armor key, which I will get from... Sorry, I just slapped my desk there. I need to get the armor key, which I have the item to get to. Riley with the first redeem. How's it going, Riley? I hope you're doing well today. Me when I'm the resident and evil. Me when I have to deal with my landlord. I posted a creature in the Discord. Everything is crab. That is a creature. Did you become a crab? Because that certainly looks like a crab. Hang on, can I open this in... Yeah, 1 second. Look at this guy. That's a crab. That's a crab with wings, I think. I got pincers. It looks like a crab. Look at him smile. Why did it have an anteater mouth? You know, crabs is weird like that, you know. That's a beak. How was Everything is Crab, Daft? Did you have a good time with it? Good, good. Glad to hear it. This is cool. I watched a little bit of, I think it's Bwutson play it. Oh, this is the way I needed to go. What? Be what? Oh, okay. Thank you, Riley. Played a little bit. I watched a little bit of them playing it, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually kind of cool." Gives you a file that has all the evolutions and stuff, and you can post it. That's fun. Is this guy dead? But yeah, I watched a little bit of BWAT play, and I was like, this game is actually really good looking, and I already had it on the wish list. So it was an easy, like, yeah, of course I'm gonna grab that. Ten streak continues to build. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to stop by and hang out. I appreciate it. It's always good to see you here. It's always good to see anybody here, but I always appreciate people coming back. I need 2 fuel canteens for this. What was I talking about? Everything is crab. Oh yeah, I also need to get Pragmata at some point, but Resident Evil was the game that I already owned, so it was a case of like, I'm gonna play the game that I own first, and then I'll buy Pragmata later. Also, excuse me, seeing some of the stuff that people were saying about it, like specifically the Chuds Online, I was like, this game is probably at least decent, considering how much people are just hating on the idea of like a man being an adoptive father. A story about humanity, you know? Is the broken shotgun? Don't need to worry about that. I will refill the fuel can kerosene. Another ink ribbon. Sure, I'm gonna go run that back anyways. But yeah, I don't know that much about Pragmata, but it looked like a very fun and interesting game. Crab game this, crab game that. It's Pentiment time, baby. Okay. Let me add that to the suggestion list. You are the first redeem this time, Riley. Pentiment. Welcome to the roster. I need to say thank you again, Brongo, for the game wheel. I'm just straight up yoinking. I'm yoinking and twisting that idea because I liked it so much. Just put these away for now. I love Brongo. Her streams are worth checking out. There's a reason I raid into her so much. Okay, then we go upstairs and go do dog whistle, I think? Or is this one the... I think this is the weed killer. Plagiarism is the highest compliment on Twitch. I would say it is certainly a big compliment to be like, to be able to, you blew the dog whistle. Will you take the collar? Yes. Can I get a Waga in chat? Hey, dog, can you get off of me? Waga. Thank you, guys. Red caution? Did I just not... I probably didn't wiggle enough for that. But yeah, I... bite the dog back. True. Changed into the shape of a key. Hang on, is this I can just use this, right? Green herbs growing here, but there's only enough for a few uses. Use them? Yes. Cool. Don't need to worry about that. Bite the dog back is outdated practice. Are you just supposed to say good girl now? Sorry, I'm too amused by my own jokes. I missed the context, I think. Oh, we were getting bit by actual dogs. Call out post for so many women online. It's just a little bit of banter. We love women here. You're allowed to be a dog, girly. Sorry, I said that in a weird way. It's a bad day for pupper. Sorry, I completely misread that. It's a bad day for puppy girls. Any day is a good day for puppy girls. Pupper girls. Quirk Chungus Pupper Girl. I'm so sorry. I'm saying things simply because I find them amusing. Is this locked? Hey, do you think if you tell John Hinckley Jr. that Jodie Foster will be proud of him if he does it this time, do you think he'll do it? Okay, who the fuck is John Hinckley Jr.? Attempted assassin of Reagan. It's making a joke about... Ah, yeah, you know what? You know, I think it's safe to say that if there's a heaven or a hell, Ronald Reagan is definitely not in the former. I think that guy deserves a place in the latter. You know what? I'm just gonna combine these two. Daft is speaking of someone else. I know. I just can't say what I want to say about it on Twitch, so... Nope. We'll just leave it at, Ronald Reagan is definitely in hell. Was that a Crimson Head? It was. It's the first Crimson Head you see. Because the body's there and you're like, oh, what's going on with that? As soon as you get the... May whoever takes this... Hang on. What did that say? May whoever takes this emblem find peace in death. That's one of the few things I do remember about this game. Uh-oh. Giant spinny death contraption. Don't need to worry about it anymore. That's why we get the imitation. What's over here? It's locked. Emblem of a helmet. Ah, yes. So I need to come back to this area again later. So I've played through this game. I've beaten it on hard mode. I have the achievement for it and everything. I do not remember a good portion of what I need to do, where I need to go. I remember bits and pieces. Oh, did that... Oh, never mind. He did not despawn. I'm gonna have to come back here, so... Ow. Went for a stroll. Yeah, he went out for a little stroll. I need to light this guy on fire, too. Crimson Heads are, they're no joke. In a game where movement is, kind of limited, those guys got crazy movement tech. Also, quick swipes, like, they're fast. Ah, yes, this guy as well. And I don't have... Okay, whatever. Oh, is that a busted head? That's huge. I think I also need to go out here for a second, too. This is where the weed killer is. I know that much. No, never mind. This is not where the weed killer is. This is the dog area. I'm completely mistaken. Completely forgone. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing a couple of different games. I'm excited to look at Pragmata. I've been really trying to avoid spoilers for a lot of different games lately. Like a lot of the new releases, I feel like I am going to end up taking a look at some point. So I really want to keep myself as vanilla on the experience as possible. You know, before the stream, I was thinking, wow, I might be able to do this in 2 streams. I think this might be a 3-streamer. So, look forward to that. Look forward to a couple more of these, and then Pragmata will, of course, be played. But you beat it in less than 5 hours before. Well, yeah. Beating it in less than 5 hours previously does not make for... Oh, I need to light that body on fire too. That's assuming I don't get the Dark Souls points before then. Please, please don't do this to me. I'm still gonna leave it though. As soon as at some point we're going to get to... We're actually going to beat Dark Souls 2. But that game is long. I know what I'm doing, but, like, I'm not that far in it. I think it'll be a good, there's different degrees of beating it, right? What's the fastest ending? I could go for the fastest ending. But I feel like that's disingenuous. It's on there to torture me. I gotta play the whole thing. I gotta do as much as possible to torture myself. I gotta do as much as possible to ensure that nobody is having fun. Trying to give you an out. Yeah, I know. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I just don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Because I feel like I have to have a higher end channel point idea. I don't know. It doesn't really... Like, channel points are nothing anyways, right? They're just a reward for you tuning into the stream. So I want it to be like something that, you know, if you have the points, you do get a reward of some kind. I'm still waiting to see when Twitch will give me the money that it owes me, so that I can go buy some shitty wigs. Because I think that'll be the top end. I think I'm gonna make that one like 100K on the channel points to make me wear a wig for the rest of the stream. And I just think of the Danny DeVito. I think specifically of the very, very shitty Danny DeVito wig from It's Always Sunny, where it's just like that big white fluffy like piece of crap. I think something similar to that, or like a fluffy clown. The curly clown hair. I don't know. We'll think on it a little bit more. I still think you should get a bald cap. How much is a bald cap? How much? Hang on. Bald cap. Price. Bald price today. Bald to USD. Hang on. Is there a bald coin? What the hell? Bald coin? Yeah, there's a cryptocurrency called Bald. Oh, guys, you know, it used to be worth 2 cents and now it's 1 cent. It peaked out on release in 2023 at 5 cents. You can trade a nickel for something that doesn't do anything. Have you played Outer Wilds? I have not. Germa? I've not played Outer Wilds. I think that's one that I'm gonna have on the... I'm gonna add that... Okay, thank you, Brungo. Outer Wilds. That's on the game suggestion list. That is on the wheel. And again, thank you, Brungo. Thank you for letting me steal the wheel idea. And by letting me, I mean not getting upset that I am stealing it. Steal the wheel. Sorry, I'm looking at how much a bald cap is. On Walmart.com, it's like $10. Okay, good to know. You were legit the 4th streamer to steal my wheel? It's a really good idea. If you're gonna play through games and you want, like, engagement, I think it's good. I feel like I need to do something to be like, hey, this is stolen from Brongo. Go check out the Brongo. It's a good idea. I feel I shouldn't put more on there until people who aren't me and Daft win. Yeah, it is really funny that my moderators are the only 2 that won off of the one time that I've run the wheel. It does make it look a little bit rigged. But we were there, we saw it. If you buy anything from Walmart, I will ensure you never put anything on your head ever again, because I will remove it, I guess. It would be warranted. I'm gonna keep putting more shit on there. If you put another game that I have to pay $60 for, though, I'm gonna be a little upset. Where am I going? I'm just opening up doors. If I have to go 2 wheel spins and pay $120 between the two, I'm gonna be a little mad. Not particularly mad, but just a little bit, because I like not spending money, and there's so many games that there's already so many games that exist. I would really like to play any of the ones that are there. Don't worry, brother, you can get my shit from GOG. Well, I'm thinking of like old school emulated games type beat, you know? Getting caught on shit. But yeah, I think we're gonna rock the... We're gonna play through, and it will be bad. Don't... Why you gotta torture me like this? That's what the Dark Souls 2 is for. Did I never... Hang on. The hell am I doing? I didn't bother checking doors at all. You need more various forms of torture? Yes. Everybody, here's the rack that you can throw me on. Here's the bed of nails. Don't forget about the pliers. Use your imagination with those ones. I would prefer to keep my teeth, though. It makes it a little hard to talk without those. And what's the... I only know so many torture methods. Oh yeah, here's the rats that you can have feast on my intestines. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I've been to Lagoon, which is a Utah-specific, like, Salt Lake amusement park. It's the closest thing to Disneyland or, like, an actual sort of fun amusement park there is in Salt Lake. Did I not check that door either? Anyways, there's this little rinky-dink... The shell is full of high-proof liquor. You know, I'm not gonna come back in here. We can probably just... If I'm quick on the stick, I can evade. You're gonna say that torture is being made to go through that shitty haunted house again? We went for what they call frightmares last time. And let me just tell you, they got like kids running that shit, which is like good for the kids, bad on child labor laws, but good for the, excuse me, good for the kids to get some acting chops in early. Because it's Farmington. There's not a whole lot else for those kids to do. It's probably they got to do something. As a pro Resident Evil fan, do you really love Halloween? Caught. I do love Halloween. I think horror is it's a really interesting genre. It makes you feel things that you don't typically see in media. Like it's sort of a good tension relief and like a reminder that our day-to-day life as I mean in modern America, our day-to-day life, like everything, a lot of the things that we do are very scary to our sort of primal nature. Like driving a car. Have you walked by a road that has like 60-mile-per-hour vehicles driving on it? Vehicles going 60 miles per hour in a not insane way to parse that? Because it gives me crazy anxiety. And the anxiety isn't, it's not a case of like, oh, you just need to get over that. It is scary being next to vehicles going that fast and knowing that one of them could just like hop a curb and kill you instantly. And that's just normal. That's just normal. One time I had to cross a bridge that didn't have a sidewalk and it was not fun. Exactly. Like being 3 feet away from a vehicle that could be like a person could be looking at their like glancing at their phone and you could die. That's just the reality of modern life. And so getting a sort of way to release that tension in a fictional way, I think that there's a lot of appeal to horror and Halloween and just being able to say, all right, let's forget how whack modern life is and see what like some man-made horrors, some fictional man-made horrors. Imagine you're doing that, but also when people do notice you, it makes them feel massive amounts of aggression towards you. This is the road biking experience? Yeah, yes. Did you ever watch random 2008 Disney Cartoon Network Nickelodeon holiday movies? Specifically the Halloween ones? Remember them fondly? Abdarin, you're calling me out. You're calling me out very, very thoroughly with this stuff. Scary Godmother and on Cartoon Network, Halloween Town. I didn't really watch Halloween Town. I just know of it. Specifically like the Halloween episodes of like kid shows. There's that one episode of That's So Raven where Raven and her quirky sidekick get turned into cows. I remember that one. I don't remember. I'm trying to remember any of the others. Steam controller Easter egg. The controller screams when dropped about 3 feet. Big picture mode once every 5 to 6 drops. Hang on, what? The Halloween specials on every kid sitcom thing. Halloween is just a good holiday. I have a lot of fond memories. Hang on, I gotta... what the hell? That is important. Thank you. What the... It might get annoying really fast. Depends on how fast you rage out at whatever game you're playing. Does it scream if you throw it across the room too? Once you drop in that shit? Maybe it needs Joy-Cons. Maybe it needs a Joy-Con on one side so that you don't get the scream. Don't rage out on games. I don't understand people having gamer rage. I don't get it either. Like, anger is... What's the phrase? Anger is sadness expressed outwardly. Inward sadness expressed outwardly. Something along those lines. personally. I mean, I've gotten close. I definitely got angry. I get angry too, but a lot of the time when I get angry, I'm just like, it's usually people being chuds online that gets me angry, because it's just like, come on, man. We're all people. Why do you have to act like a dickhead? Have you never played team sports? It would be funny to hear someone get really mad and throw the controller and hear the scream on the stream. Yes. Not judging people who have gamer rage. It's just I don't at games. Gamer rage. I think that gamer rage has a very specific. I will read this note in just a second, by the way. I gotta keep my thoughts aligned. Gamer rage to me feels very silly because it's a lot of the people that don't get socialized properly end up doing raging, like end up making it everybody else's problem, if you know what I'm saying. Are you a Tyler 1 fan? I've heard he's chilled out since having a kid or kids, but people still definitely watch him for the rage. Anyways, Keeper's Diary. May 9th, 1998. Hang on, I'm 3 days late on this. I played poker tonight with Scott and Elias from security, and Steve from research. Steve was the big winner, but I think he was cheating. Scumbag. May 10th, 1998. One of the higher-ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looks like a skinned gorilla. Feeding instructions were to give it live animals. When I threw in a pig, this creature seemed to play with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before actually started eating. I ain't never trusting someone named Elias. I'm sure there are Eliases out there. Literally r/oddly specific. May 11th, 1998. At around 5 a.m., Scott woke me up. Scared the shit out of me, too. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me another one and told me to put it on. Said there'd been an accident in the basement lab. I just knew something like this would happen. Those bastards in research never sleep, even on holiday. I've been wearing the damn spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and feels itchy all over. The goddamn dogs have been looking at me funny, so I decided not to feed them today. Screw them. I went to the infirmary because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on it and told me I didn't need to wear the suit anymore. All I want to do is sleep. It was Elias. Elias is the guy, hang on. Which one is this? Elias from security. Killed myself and everything is crab? Damn. What did you kill yourself with? Antlers? All I want to do is sleep. Found another big blister on my foot this morning. I end up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They were quiet all day, which is weird. Then I realized some of them had escaped. Maybe this is their way of getting back at me for not feeding them the last 3 days. If anybody finds out, I'll have my head handed to me. May 16th, 1998. Rumors going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy, and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm, and a piece of rotten flesh just dropped off. What the hell's happening to me? Fever gone, but itchy. Today hungry and eat doggy food. Sorry, I forgot about the donkey clip of eat doggy food and... Hang on. Video game donkey eat doggy food. Everybody, let's enjoy this. Today hungry and eat doggy food. There's no fucking... None of these clips actually... Well, never mind. We're not going to do that then. Anyways, eat doggy food. Itchy Itchy Scott came ugly. Itchy Itchy Scott came ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. 4. Itchy Tasty. Itchy Tasty is such a good fucking clip. Not a clip. Good. Oh, god damn it. The famous Itchy Tasty. I love Itchy Tasty. I don't think there's anything else for me to get in there. I love Itchy Tasty though. It's such a goofy, like, it's such a goofy way to convey the message that they're saying, but it's delivered so earnestly. Here, let's shotgun this guy too. Shotgun's so good. Not having to deal with Crimson Heads, pretty strong. Oh yeah, also down here. Use the armor key. What else is in here? There's an ink ribbon, a wood counter made of oak. It gives off a pleasant aroma, like fine wine. There is something just so magical about well-treated wood. What's back here? Hang on. Who puts a bookshelf in front of a wine cabinet? You do love wood? I do. Will you take the musical score? No, I'm gonna leave that for now. Wait, do I need it? I can't remember. A creepy old dude hiding zombie stuff? True. I need somebody not to find my sheet music, damn it. I need that. Use the sword key. There's no further use for this. Discard? Yes. Yes, I will. Get that shit out of here. Sorry, I see the dagger. I see the ammo. By the way, Resident Evil is a zombie game, right? I never understood that part of the lore, of the games at least. Is there an apocalypse happening outside? Has it already happened, or is it starting soon and we're stopping it? So, or is it localized and not really anything larger? Resident Evil 1 is very localized. It's just in the mansion and the grounds, and like, essentially it's a bioweapon that turns people into undead. Resident Evil 2 is the bioweapon getting out into Raccoon City, which is the city that is closest to the mansion. And 3 is also set in that. 4 is them continuing on with the lore and just being like, okay, Leon Kennedy is in Europe now. That's in Spain, right? Yeah. 4 is where the ideas start getting a little wackier. 4 is a completely different non-zombie parasite. Yes. 5 is also a non-zombie parasite. 6 is... don't think about 6. 7 is mold. 8 is mold. 9 is a zombie parasite or zombie virus again. 6, 7. Did it spread all over the world, or is it still localized and most of Spain is free of that? So the T virus, I think, stays localized mostly to Raccoon City. And then after that, None of them go past local infection except for in 6, but we ignore that. Yeah, everybody just kind of ignores 6 because it's... 6 just kind of like jumps the shark in every possible way and is not a good game at all. So don't think about that. Hang on, is there... There's another door over here, isn't there? It's locked from the other side. Okay. But yeah, Resident Evil, the lore, it doesn't really tell you to take it seriously. It's pretty deliberate in... Oh no, there's a zombie coming down the stairs. Uh-oh. All of these cutscenes are so good. Are you coming this way, pal? Thank you. We'll just do a little loop-de-loop around you. But yeah, you don't play Resident Evil for consistent and good lore. You play Resident Evil for vibes. So there's like New York in this universe, just chilling. It's regular life there in this universe. No zombies are infected running around. No. No, everything's pretty normal. Everything... Resident Evil... Like, Umbrella Corporation is this evil bioweapons company that is the cause of everything bad. And that's really all you need to know. Didn't bring my gem. Blue gem, looking for buyer? Okay, yeah, we can go to the item box. It's been... I know that there's an optimal route here. We are so far off of the optimal that it is unreal. I only played 4 with no understanding of the guy who you played really was, but a cop sent by the government military thing on a mission to find a girl. Watched 1 movie. Okay, what movie did you watch? Because if it was the Paul W.S. Anderson stuff, that also does not help at all. Any of the Paul W.S. Anderson movies are, I'm going to say, an embarrassment to filmmaking. The first Resident Evil movie is not terrible. No, it's not good, though. I like the second and the third one more, because it leaned into the camp of it while still having a good amount of, like, hey, we're in Raccoon City. I think it was the one where the president's daughter or something is at the end in the train with the room with the lasers. Which one is this? I think that might be the first one or the second one. Is not a requirement for horror movies? No. Having, like, any amount of coherence, though, does help. I do have a soft spot for Resident Evil Extinction, even if I know that that movie sucks ass. I have a soft spot for it, though, because... Shotgun shells. Yes, please. I have a soft spot for it because I saw it so much growing up on TV, and I was like, this is not a good movie, but I just was obsessed with zombies. I still really... It's called RE Apocalypse. Oh, okay. Which one is Apocalypse? Is that the 4th one? Hang on. Resident Evil Apocalypse. I think that's the second one, actually. Wakes up in the Raccoon City Hospital after the area has been overrun with zombies, must now make it out of the city before a nuclear bomb is dropped. I think that is the second one. It's the second. Yeah, I like the second one. I like the second and the third one because they were dumb and silly, but which one's the one where they end up at the White House and then start of the next movie is them completely undoing that? I think that's the fifth one. I think that is the fifth one. And holy shit. What a damn nightmare. I don't have the plant stuff. What movies? The Resident Evil movies. The Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil movies. The ones that are just absolutely atrocious. They made movies? Oh, Riley. They made a lot of movies. They made 6 of them. Paul W.S. Anderson made 6 of those movies. Wrong about the RE movies. There's no president daughter at the end of saved. My bad. It's fine. There is a kid saved somewhere in there, I think. There is, in fact, another one coming out this year. Why? Because they made money. In the mid-2000s, they just kind of... They put out stuff that people would go see in theaters, and then movies are actually canon. No, the movies are not canon. People really will watch anything. It's so hard to describe to people that, like, specifically the 2000s, where it's like, yeah, you just kind of make whatever, and then if it's bad, people will still watch it later. Like, the DVD economy was very different than the streaming economy. Y'all remember the Halo movies? I don't think I ever watched the Halo movies. I think that might be something I do need to watch, though. Bad? It's so bad. You going to defend the Monsterverse? What is the Monsterverse? It's movie canon. Yeah, it's movie canon. The movie canon is bad. Oh, Godzilla X Kong shared universe. I like... Well, I shouldn't say... I thought they were enjoyable. Not watched much of the Monsterverse by the American company since 2014's release period. Yes. Those are fine. I mean, the 2014 one, is that the one where there's, like, only 2 good scenes? Like, the Mothra fight at the end is the only real payoff. Gorilla versus Lizard Slop at this point. Sometimes there's a robot, too. It is Gorilla versus Lizard Slop. The thing about those movies is that the first one is really bad because it didn't understand what makes the kaiju movies good. The kaiju movies are good because they're turn your brain off action, and there was like 2 scenes of payoff in the entire thing. Oh no. Wasn't the first one a metaphor for survivor's guilt after a nuclear bombing? There's a lot to be said about Forrest has given up the ghost. It looks like he's been dead for a while. Well, goodbye, Forrest. I think there's a lot of metaphor in the first Godzilla movie. I actually watched that movie on a plane. And I gotta say, it was a good time. It was worth watching. Sorry, one moment. Everyone watch Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1 is also very good. At least you didn't watch King Kong on a plane. Which one? The original one or Peter Jackson's? Because there's only like 2 good scenes in Peter Jackson's as well. Use the armor key. Okay, door unlocked. Is this one also armor key? Okay, we're unlocking all of the doors. That's our primary objective right now. Is -1 a prequel to the original one? I think -1 is like a side story type deal. It's a lot more human focused, and Godzilla is once again more of a like force of nature. And I gotta say, I really, really like that. It was a very human focus. Like, that one is more of survivor's guilt. And like what honor means to like PTSD and surviving, like survivor's
Barry,
guilt.
I didn't mean to get you that excited.
Right. Anyway, you should read this.
Anyways, watch -1. That one is very good. That's a 100% worth watching. Just because it has Godzilla in the title, it does not mean that it is necessarily a Godzilla movie. It's a human experience. Did you see Godzilla -0 announced a trailer? I did not. I need to watch that. I still prefer modern Japanese Godzilla to American, but I think the person is in control of the creative choices over Godzilla is doing the same thing Akira Toriyama did, which is heavy nostalgia, maybe wartime movies and history books of World War II. I think modern Japanese Godzilla is, I mean, with -1 and -0, I think I'm more interested in seeing that than the CGI monster fights. I am still interested in the monster fights, but I'm more interested in the discussion of human experience, because I feel like there's just so much to be gleaned from that. There's rumor of another kaiju that will be his enemy. The first movie is always Godzilla exclusively. It's the only kaiju in the first of any Godzilla era. I think that's a good idea. Well, no. The 2014 one, they had Mothra and whatever the other... Well, are those... Anyways, that one with Bryan Cranston, you can just kind of disregard entirely because it is not really worth your time. Like, the best part is Bryan Cranston, and he's only in a third of the movie. Researcher's will. The letter is slipped inside. The top part of the letter is torn off. The rest of the letter is legible. Alma, I have tried to survive only to see you again, but my efforts only delayed the inevitable. I'm infected, and there is no cure for what will follow, except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them. My love for you. In an hour I'll have entered my eternal sleep where there is peace. Please understand. Please know that I'm sorry. Martin Crackhorn. Don't bully people on Reddit who want to see more kaiju than people, because that's me. That's fine. I'm not going to bully anybody for wanting the kaiju fights. I understand and respect that, because I think the kaiju fights are also worthwhile. I like seeing big monster slappy. There's some, like, again, one of the only good scenes in Peter Jackson's King Kong is the scene where Kong, you know, tears the jaw off of, or breaks the jaw open of the giant lizards. I'm 100% for the kaiju fights. Also, excuse the voice crack. I also don't post on Reddit. So love that one Godzilla move with the cyber stuff. Which move is that? Is it the beam? Because the beam is... The way that they do the beam in the new Godzilla movies is really fun, too. The charge from, like, the tail up. That's fun. But I also think... I need to... Hang on. I haven't actually seen Kong Skull Island either. How have I not seen that movie? Because that one also is regarded as very good. Anyways.
What do you make of it?
Well, I guess we were right about this mansion being quite unnatural.
You have a way with understatements.
Where's the part that's torn off?
Well,
where do
my
you
only
think?
guess is that it was the most important part, and somebody didn't want anyone to see it. Let's continue our investigation.
Thanks, Barry. There's stuff in here. Will you take the fishhook? Yes. Various types of fishhooks. An unlocked case. It's full of various biological reports. The container is full of dead bugs. Will you take the lure of a bee? Collection of insect specimens. There's a switch underneath. Press it? Yes. Maybe it has something to do with the insect specimens. Hang on. Yeah, there it is. Will you take the bee specimen? Obviously, this is the simple puzzle. I love a one-room puzzle. Press the switch. Ah, yes, the wind charm. Oh shit, a bee! It's alive! The animations are so good. You take the wind crest, yes. Now get out of here and never come back. Get me the hell away from here. And then I think there's this other room that... My inventory management has not been very on point today. Another thing that's really charming about these games is the way that they use the fixed camera angles. At least in my eyes. I will not be taking the green herb. What's in the first aid box? Like they use the angles so well to just showcase like, hey, here's the stuff that's in the room. First aid spray. Okay, get me out of here. Also, I don't understand why people feel the need to... Well, I do understand it, but I disagree with it. I don't understand why people feel the need to bully people online about their media opinion takes. If you don't like a piece of media, you don't need to go around and bash it and tell people that think it's bad. They're idiots. I think that's just a foolish sort of endeavor. Kind of just a waste of your time, too. Sometimes they truly believe. Sometimes they just like making people upset for funsies. It's a pretty... I feel like it's a very childish mentality to be like, I got you. I made you mad. I'm smugly superior than you simply because we have differing media tastes. Like, I'll disagree with you. I will disagree with a lot of media takes, but I also know that I have a lot of media takes that other people will disagree with, and I just go, okay, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. I'll tell you why I like it, and you 100% called me out on Starfield. I don't like Starfield. I don't think Starfield is very good, but I think that you deserve the right to think that it's good and fun, and you know, if you want to enjoy it, it's your prerogative. I did call you out on that. But you also came into the chat and were defending Starfield kind of out of left field in my eyes. And even then, it's like, I'm not gonna say you're a dumb idiot for liking this thing. I'm just gonna be like, you can like that. I disagree, and I don't think that we will see eye to eye on this, but wasn't malicious. That's true. I want to be able to have discussions. That is the numero uno for me. I want to be able to sit down and have a discussion and be able to say, okay, I don't like that, but you're allowed to like it. Why do you like it? What is the appeal to you? Because to me, I'm just not even gonna, I don't know what I would, I don't even know what I would do to find enjoyment in it. I did ask you the question, that's on me. Abdarin, I hope that you don't feel like what that conversation was me being like, you're an idiot. Because that wasn't the intention. As stated, it was simply to have a discussion. Or me either. Yeah. None of us are trying to make you feel bad for having differing opinions. But there are very specific opinions that I will be like, actually, go fuck yourself. But there are only a small handful of them. Also, I agree with all its flaws, with what you could call Starfield haters. Yeah, like being able to recognize what you like in a game and like what is appealing to you. Like, it's an important thing. You can't just be like, I like it. You're stupid for disagreeing. You have to, there's always nuance. Like arguing, I'm not going to steamroll anyone. If you can make me change my mind, I'd like that. Exactly. I want to be able to like everything, but there are simply too many situations where it's just not feasible. Like the media itself is not for me, and that's okay. The flavors differ. I'm not gonna go around and be like, oh, you hate chocolate. Left you some bullets in the room on the right. Feel free to use them if you manage to get yourself in some trouble. Barry. I didn't think you were calling me that, by the way. Thank you. I'm glad that that came through, because again, intention is not to make anyone feel bad. I mean, I might be hyperbolic. I see Starfield as sort of mid-game, 100%, maybe not 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5. I just hope Elder Scrolls 6 is good so bad. I want every single game that releases to be good. It doesn't need to be good for me, but I hope that it's good for the people that it's made for, and not just like Skyrim. Going back as somebody that's played a lot more RPGs, it's really lacking in these RPG elements that make me really like RPGs. It's kind of to describe it, it's very wide but not very deep. And that's fine. Not everybody wants a game that is extremely deep and compelling and like strong RPG elements with great writing. Sometimes you just want a little sandbox to hop around in and like fuck around, which is fine. That's like an appealing sort of fantasy for a lot of people. What the hell am I doing? I'm like 17 layers of not having the right equipment. Oopsie. Oh yeah, I didn't enter the rooms back there. Okay. Let's go do that. I just was unlocking doors to unlock doors. But yeah, if I'm like, not everybody is going to want to play Gamify My Hospital Bill. My hospital bill, the hospital bill is like paying, it's like getting the wrong pulls in a gacha game. You just keep spending so much money on it. Hang on. What is the... I know that there's an order to this. It is shield, axe, something in this depression, but the grate is in the way and you can't reach it. I want the SSR bill, but I got the 3-star instead and now I have to sell my house. Oh shit, I pulled the 3-star. Well, it looks like I'm never gonna have money ever. Morrowind has the best writing and character design. I think Morrowind is a very strong RPG. I think that it's like, let me fully bring my points to a head in my brain before I start speaking them. Morrowind is a great example of if you put a game in front of somebody and they don't have a whole lot else to do, they're gonna probably play that game. And when the game has a lot of complexity to it, you either learn the complexity or you go, okay, I'm just going to kind of do my own thing and figure out what I need to do. Or you make your own fun, which is, I think, a great thing. Morrowind, hang on, let me add that to my list of games that I want to play. Because I think if I hold myself accountable on that, I would be able to finish Morrowind. I see your more genre expectation and point of view. I think Morrowind doesn't have nearly the features that CRPGs have that people think. Heard my friends with the same opinion, so it's probably something that are about other RPGs I don't understand much. Are we bringing back Clifford O'Racer? Yes, Clifford O'Racer will be coming back, Knife. The thing is, specifically Morrowind does a really good job of being an RPG. Like, I've played through a lot of CRPGs, or at least a decent handful of them. And what I want the most from my RPG is I want good writing and acceptable combat. If you're making an RPG, I want good, compelling writing. The combat, it can be whatever. I will find a way to have fun with it, I'm sure. But when you lack in the writing department of an RPG, the rest of the game really falls flat. It turns it into a situation of seeing behind the curtain, or a case of essentially being like, okay, everybody's a cardboard cutout. There's no depth to these characters. They're simply placeholders in these spots to fill out the area. They're mannequins. They're mannequins that can go about what they're pre-programmed to do, and they will never change anything. But when you add depth to that, it's like that scene in, or the several scenes in I Am Legend, where, also I know that I need to actually play the game more, but when I ramble, I like to put together my thoughts a little bit more. It's like the scenes in I Am Legend where Will Smith's character, I can't remember his name right now, where Will Smith's character has all of these mannequins set up and like has backstory for them. He's come up with this lore for this environment. Put the yapping tag back on here. You're so right. I do need to put the yapping tag. Yapper. I'll also put Yapper's Welcome, because I see that one as well. Anyways, when he develops that, he develops this attachment to them too. You see that in the movies. You see that he has this attachment to these mannequins because he's put character on them. If he just was like, okay, this is the mannequin that makes me feel slightly better about going to the video store, he wouldn't do the same. He wouldn't act in the fashion that he would. You know? Does this make any sense? Am I making any amount of sense here? Yes, okay. Have I fucked this up already? Is that the big sword? I think I did mess this up. Okay. I like hearing opinions on Elder Scrolls 6, my personality type, actually. They released that trailer for it, like, what, 6 years ago? 7 years ago? Hang on. How long ago did they release that? Elder Scrolls 6 trailer. Just the trailer. The first one was back in... Oh, we're seeing more stuff about it now. That's good. It wasn't even a trailer. It was like a GIF. They released the idea of the game. They're soft launching the game, the idea of the game. Release date is expected to arrive in 2026 at the absolute earliest. Oh, they're not fucking releasing that game this year. There's no shot. I hope they do, but also for the sake of like it being a good game, I don't think it's getting released this year. Bullshit? Yeah, no shot. I don't think that that game is going to get released. Not yet, at least. I cannot remember what this puzzle is. If they release Elder Scrolls 6 this year, I will make a cake or something. Yeah, if I get an actual release date for Elder Scrolls 6 this year, like a hard line, and it is this year, which I think at the absolute earliest, it is going to be November. I don't think that they're going to do... Shield Axe... Can't tell which one that is. That shit isn't happening? Exactly. I will eat my hat. I will eat a wig if... What the hell is this puzzle? I can't even tell what the... Can I read what... Okay, shield, axe, sword. I can't even tell what that is. Sword. They have to make a cake hat like German with the shoe. Do the bet I did with my friend for Duke Nukem Forever. What was the bet that you did with your friend for Duke Nukem Forever again? Oh, I did it. Yippee! Woe to those who disturb my sleep. If it came out that year, I told him I would give him a blowjob. I don't think I can... I gotta be real, I don't think I'm allowed to make bets like that on Twitch. But, there's a switch. Will you press it? Then make it somewhere else. Okay, well, we'll discuss this later. We'll discuss that more off stream. But yes, I would love for Elder Scrolls 6 to come out and for it to actually be good. Back channel BJ. Off-air Duke Nukem themed blowjob discussion.
Richard! What happened? You're wounded.
This whole place is a killing zone.
Accidentally typed something
monsters.
way different. With
What
the
did
Y.
this to you?
A big snake. And it had to be
Oh.
poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Bring me serum.
I can't say that.
Saw some,
but
didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it,
that
okay?
Nukem...
You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Hang on, there's something there, actually. Hang on, let him cook. Call the Pentagon, we got an idea. Okay, hang on. Okay, this isn't too hard to do. Let's save Richard. Richard! What happened to you? Okay, second door. Man, that Duke Nukem game really sucked shit, huh? Now imagine if Duke Nukem were about Doomed Yuri. Is this anything? Oh yeah, how much time has everybody put into, like, let's say, I haven't put any time into Morrowind. Being on the internet when that happened was so choice. I was not around for the discussion for Duke Nukem Forever and how bad it was. I watched a playthrough of it and I was like, damn, this game sucks. That probably got a boomer shooter that does that. Signalis. Signalis is if Resident Evil were about Doomed Yuri. And also robots. Yeah, that's a boomer shooter. Come on. Is Celico? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? The one that's a boomer shooter? Duke Nukem Forever was 11 years ago? Holy shit. What about Don't Stop Girly Pop? Yo, actually, hang on. Are there lesbians in that? 15? Yeah, it is 15 years. 15 years is a long fucking time. Eden. But yeah, does Don't Stop Girly Pop have lesbians? That's your Yuri boomer shooter, I think. I need to look into this more. Hang on. Eden. I played it. It's weird.
Here, Richard. I'm
Live,
gonna give you a
Richard.
shot. Hang in there.
It's like a Doom clone, but if you're a big woman. Isn't that what Celico is about, too?
Here's my radio. Take it.
Has the cat been chewing on my cable?
Does it ever not hurt?
Yeah, I think she has been chewing on my Xbox cable. Think you guys watched me play that game a little?
I'm okay. The others...
Brother, your arm is torn the fuck up. Oh, I shouldn't have reloaded the other shotgun as well. Damn. When I was looking through the family share for woman games, I thought Dread Templar protagonist was a woman and got excited, but he's not. There needs to be more a game with a lady protagonist like that. There needs to be more, like, big fucking lady protagonists. Although, if you play Baldur's Gate 3, now I know what all the soul bad guy lesbians feel like. Soul bad guy. I feel bad for the soul bad guy lesbians. Just only a little bit. Only a little bit. Because, like, that is peak. Everybody, let's be real. Everybody that's attracted to women does like a big lady, right? Because I know the case for me, I love a big woman. I love a big lady. But then again, I have a... The doorknob looks like it's about to fall apart. Didn't you fix the doorknob, Barry? In trouble. Okay. Barry's fucking useless. It's fine. Go through anyways. I'm sure the doorknob breaks this time. But yeah, if you're attracted to women... Oh, fuck. I completely forgot about this guy. I'm just going to try and ignore him for as long as possible. Okay, what is this one? She's got green headband, purple necklace, orange bracelet. American McGee's Alice is a good boomer-ish shooter. Oh, yeah! I completely forgot about that. Isn't it, like... Picture of a Valiant wearing a bracelet. Okay. Orange. The headband is green, right? Let me double check that. Yeah, that's green. Picture of the saint has turned pure white. Okay, well, that's not... There it is. Apparently it's not fun to play, though. Guess I'll keep waiting until Ultra Kill is done so I can force you to play that. Ultra Kill is very good. I want to play more of that game for sure. I think that that game has a lot of chutzpah, a lot of spirit, a lot of charm. No human should be doing. Jerma's rant about that is so good. I hope to one day be as even remotely entertaining as Jerma. I should be pushing a wheelbarrow. We should be pushing wheelbarrows and farming and having a good time. I do feel like I've missed out a little bit on the statue is pogging. Voice actor watching German do the Gabriel fight is so good. Yes. Doing voice lines as Gabriel too. If only I could be that funny or entertaining. One day, maybe. One day. That's why we keep doing this. We're at what, 145 days straight of streaming? I mean, it's not like... It's nothing to sneeze at. I think I do fight Yawn. Although I think I want acid rounds for this. Anyways. Yawn is, I love a big snake. I love a big fucked up snake. I think, just all of the appeal of the Resident Evil games comes down to a lot of, I should say specifically this one, the fact that all of the enemies are, not all of the enemies, the fact that all of the bosses specifically are animals until like the very end gives it such a je ne sais quoi, you know? Like, you're fighting these very alien versions of animals, but it's through the humans. They're a responsible bioweapons company. They do animal testing first. Somehow there's no rats, though. That's true. I'm kind of surprised that there's no rats. Rats, rats, we are the rats. But yeah, rats specifically. I'm kind of... Maybe they all died. Imagine if it was pissed off beagles for the dogs instead. Sorry, the beagles is really... It's sending me a little bit. because they used them for animal tests, trying not to get sad. Don't think about that. Just imagine a fucked up beagle. It's one thing if it's a German Shepherd. It's another thing if it's a beagle. Remember the rat in Parasite Eve? I do not know anything about Parasite Eve. That is correct. Ah, well. One day I'll know things. Know what I'm adding to the wheel then? I think Parasite Eve is probably a good pick for that. Probably. I think. Do I have the... I don't know if I have the right key for this, actually. I don't even have a key. Why did I prepare for this? It's locked. Shield. Alright, well, I'm just gonna ignore that guy for a second. I'm prepping for a boss fight that I can't even do. What am I doing? I think it's a good pick because you'll get the nostalgia pull, and it's weird enough to be a great stream game where you can be like, the voices. I love that. I love the voices. Oh yeah, I also need to... I need to go... I really not... Oh, I didn't grab the... Okay. I know what I must do. Only kind of, but I know where I must go. But yeah, I think Parasite Eve would be a good put on the list. Here, we'll just add that just in case. Parasite Eve. Is that one also a survival horror? If I remember correctly, it is. Yeet. I love me some survival horror. Some of it feels a little convoluted if you don't know what you're doing, but the combat is a little different. After watching Brungo play Galarian, I think that the survival horror genre certainly has a lot of misses, off hits. I mean, the combat is variable. That game is funny. Parasite Eve or Galarian? Because Galarian, watching that game is not very good. It is funny though. Galarian, yeah. The fact that it shows, it flashes the title every time is so fucking funny. It cracks me up. Will I take the chemical to use on plants? Yes, I will. Wow, that's a lot of red herbs. Hang on, I gotta take a couple of health items. Give me a second. I'm gonna take the red herb. Goodbye. But yeah, Galarian, like, the cutscenes, the fact that they play it so straight is what makes it... I said this in Brongo's chat specifically. The fact that they play it straight is what gives so much charm. Sorry, I know I'm opening up the map a lot. Oh good, I'm just going to ignore you guys, actually. Goodbye. I'm also going to skirt around the Crimson Head that I've left behind for myself. Because I'm a goofball. I meant to burn that body, but completely forgot. Do I have any green herbs? Yes, I do. Can probably put away the handgun for now. Where am I? Who am I? What are we doing? Let's also pop a save. I'm trying to do this all from memory, or at least as close to memory as possible. I'm not even using evilresource.com. Look, Ma, no hands. But yeah, Galarian, the charm of these old school games is that even if it's campy and like bad and very obviously not good, it comes down to the pizzazz that they throw on it, you know? The way that they play it straight. The camp comes from trying to be something good, but something along the way being like tweaked just enough that it comes off as silly. Comes off as silly or bad. Just I don't know, very endearing to me. It gives it lasting legacy, like The Room. The Room tries very hard to be serious and good, but it's not. It's very not good. Which room was the fucking plant room? I think it's back across the... I think it's across the house. But yeah, I love camp. I think a big thing is that I've experienced so much of the ironic culture. And the like, oh, you can't actually enjoy things. You have to... You have to pretend like you have no human emotions and that you can only experience things ironically. You have to... Sorry, I'm still looking at this. I don't remember which room this is. You can only experience the breadth of human emotion through distance, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that that's dumb and bad, and we should actually experience things authentically and enjoy things simply because they are endearing to us. Okay, I know where I'm going now. I remembered. I forgot and then I remembered. But yeah, just something like when you... It's one thing to be like, I like this ironically. It's another to say, I really like this. And that's one of the reasons that I want the, I want this stream to be a place where we can actually have discussion. If you experience something authentically and you really like it, if you really genuinely enjoy it, great. I will not discourage you from genuinely having joy and whimsy from an experience like that. Yeah, well, that's just your opinion, man. Exactly. Like, I don't need to take it seriously. If it's something that I disagree with, I can just be like, okay, simple as. Pump the water. Which way will you turn it? I think it's red. Yep. Wither and die, plants. Drink my Kool-Aid. Here's another mask. Will you take the death mask? Speaking of which, Big Lebowski is another movie that I think I need to rewatch. Last time I watched it was 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I'm just going to ignore these guys for now. What else do I need to confront them for? Actually, like, nothing. Goodbye. I could beat up the Phantom of the Opera. What really gave the Phantom of the Opera, like, any amount of advantage physically? Because doesn't he kill some people? Doesn't he actually kill people? Is it the element of surprise? Is that really it? Because otherwise, he's just like a normal guy. I think so. It's been a long time since I've actually watched Phantom of the Opera. I think he just has the element of surprise. I mean, that's enough. Ambush predators kill people and all sorts of other creatures simply through that. I think he's just a dweeb. He is a dweeb. He spends all his time being toxic to that woman and manipulating her. What's so funny to me is people, not people, but like specifically the women that I've seen talk about Phantom of the Opera and sorry, I had a thought like an ice pick just pierced through what I was saying. It was it's doomed Yuri for straight people. Which is just a completely nonsensical sentence. It's just a doomed toxic relationship. Which there is something appealing to that, like as fiction, as something to sort of straight non-binary. It's in the same kind of camp. Straight non-binary. Straight doomed toxic, yeah. I don't know why that's so fucking funny to me, but it is. Damn, we're getting the camera blooded up. This is my favorite one because it's super pogging. Why is this coffin bleeding? Hang on, where's the last mask that I need? This is the one without a nose? Yeah, okay. I don't remember where that is. Let's go find out. Let's go attempt to find out, I should say. I am very glad that I... Is it upstairs? Ooh. The dogs be barking. Or howling. The dogs be howling. I know that much. There's a closet. What room am I missing? Is it the shield? I feel like I'm... Because we're missing part of the sheet music. All of the doors that are locked because I can't actually access them. It's not in the basement. Do I need to... Whatever. Let's just go wander around until I inevitably stumble into it. Anyways, talking about Phantom of the Opera, I feel like people really like the doomed toxic relationship as a genre. Oh my god. This is a terrible situation I'm in. Ow. I just need to survive until the hunters show up. How much damage did the... Oh, it knocked me from like bright green to green. Now I need relationships that work out now. Oh, for sure. Sure, it's fun to think about, but it's exhausting in real life. Oh, and it also sucks. Yeah. Yeah. It's like a form of escapism to it, right? Or it's like, wow, my life kind of sucks, but it could be worse. I could be in this kind of situation. And like yearning. It's sort of, I mean, yearning is extremely powerful. I feel like that's an emotion that everybody... It's like what makes creep so relatable to so many people. Is the fact that everybody can understand yearning and, like, I know that it can never be. Also, why are all these candles lit? Oh, am I missing the... Hang on, let me look at... I think I know a room that I need to go to. But yeah, the yearning is an emotion that everybody can relate to, and everybody can really empathize with and feel in their heart. Because everybody's been like, oh, shit, I'm not in the situation that I thought I was. Things will not work out for me the way that I had hoped. But you still hold on to that emotion because it's like, well, giving things up is very hard. But yeah, I want... In my media, I want relationships that are like... This is the wrong door. I want relationships that, like, there's hiccups, but it's caused by not just a miscommunication. I want a relationship that's like, I want a relationship where both people suck and become better, or both people suck and become worse, and then eventually, like, tragedy strikes. I don't want the relationships where it's like, yes, I don't want the what are they called? I don't want relationships like Twilight. I don't want to see relationships like Twilight or like very large power dynamic disparity like 50 Shades of Grey. Which, again, I don't think that there's anything wrong with enjoying that media. But I don't want that either. I don't want to participate in it if possible. Just because life is hard enough, man. Life is hard enough, and I can't be fucked. Did I even... This is the helmet key on the far right here, right? You know, there is one TV show based on... It's You. The book series You. I watched the TV series because I had a relationship with somebody, and that was kind of like our turn your brain off, let's watch a movie kind of thing. You're over, let's watch this garbage. It was of the same caliber as what am I saying? It was of the same caliber as reality TV, but like actually produced and about just a terrible guy that you're rooting against the entire time. When the paths run through, the path to your destiny will... Okay. This emblem I need. I think that I need to find another piece of sheet music as well. Although I may be skipping portions of this puzzle. But yeah, You was a series that I think I would recommend to people if they don't have anything else to do with their time. Or if they're looking for doomed relationships. Because the main character of that show is, I think his name is Joe? Or Joel? Can we get some Joels in chat, actually? I think his name is Joe, though. And Joe is... You know, actually, there were parts of it that I did enjoy, and it was the elements of... Thank you, knife. It was the elements of, like, human nature. Joe Byron. Not... Yeah, Joe Byron. Take the musical score. Examine. It's titled Moonlight Sonata. Is this it? I swear, I thought there was more to it. I love Moonlight Sonata, though. Expensive looking grand piano. It's not necessary to use this now. What am I missing here? I think there is a second page to the sheet music that I'm missing that I need to combine it with. Anyways, Joe is just a terrible guy, but through the little glimpses of his backstory that you do get, you go, oh, he's bad. He's a terrible guy, but I can understand why. He's repeating the patterns that were laid out before him. And I think that's interesting, just to be like, oh, I fucking hate this guy. He sucks. Like, I understand why he sucks, but damn, he sucks. Is there any media like that you've encountered? Any of you guys have encountered? Because I don't think I've experienced that very much. I don't think I've experienced a whole lot of media where I've been like, oh, I love rooting against this guy. He's terrible. That's the kind I like. Well, you might like You then. You're feeling what I feel about characters? You know, it's been like 3-4 years since I watched that. And there was something, there's something appealing about that. One of the reasons I love mouthwashing is because everyone hates the one guy. Yeah. Yes. Like, and it's 100% justified and understandable, too. Mouthwashing is a very special game because there aren't a whole lot of games where you play as a guy that just really, really fucking sucks and has zero redemption to him. Or like one minor act that could be even seen as going towards the path of like being a slightly better character or person. I think that's another reason why people really like James Sunderland too. Because James Sunderland, the more you get of his backstory, the more you're like, actually, hang on. This guy does suck. But the way that he interacts with all the other characters is also interesting. Because you see the way that he looks at... Should probably clear out that hallway so that I have a better path to the item box, huh? How much ammo do I think I have enough to be able to kill these guys. And we pray for blowing their heads off. This is not the right one. Open the door. Come on, pal. It won't let me open it because we're waiting on the... Never mind. I have feelings about James Sundy. James Sunderland is such a beautiful character because he's a guy that has so much self-loathing and like it's totally warranted. Oh, I don't... Never mind. I was gonna say, I don't have that equipped, actually. I do. He has so much self-loathing for all of these things that he's done, and, like, it's understandable that he would have such a disdain for himself, and such a need to implode. But the way that he treats the other characters is so compelling too, because it's like he treats everybody else with this compassion, but it takes the entirety of the game for him to even, for the good ending, for him to even be like, you know, maybe I deserve a little bit of compassion myself. And I think that's what makes Silent Hill 2 such a great, like, long-lasting legacy game, because it is art. It's interactive art that you see the story for, and you see you are in control of it, and you, like, if it's just a movie, it doesn't have the same aspect to it. It doesn't have the same beauty to it because you control him. You are James Sunderland in those moments. Exactly. That's the beautiful thing about video games as an art form, is that because you are in control of them, you have to relate to them. You can't just be like, oh, this guy fucking sucks. I'm never gonna think about him as soon, or I'm going to only think poorly on him. But when you're in control of him and you're the one that says, okay, we're gonna keep pushing through, it adds this level of closeness. Anyways, that's the stream today. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for listening to my rambling. It never ends. I appreciate all of the rambling that you allow me to do at you guys. I love you all. Let's raid somebody. I want to raid... Who have we raided the last couple of times? This is why I picked RE1. I want to see it, but I don't also, like, you know it enough you can talk over it. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm definitely gonna need to look up where the last mask is before next session, but oh yeah, Stu is streaming. You know what? Who do I have? Let's go raid. Yeah, let's go raid Stu. We're gonna raid Johnny Ponage. Johnny Ponage is one of my good friends, good IRL friends, that is doing a RuneScape challenge where they are going to try and do all of the quests while running on a treadmill. And if their character's running, they run. Anyways, go say hi to them and give an upside down smiley face if you want a raid message. Thank you again, everybody, for hanging out and chatting. I love you all, and I hope you have a good night. Go say hi to Sue for me. Bye!